My friends laughed because I didn't order food, until the bill came and they demanded that I split it. My name is Emma, I'm 24 years old, and I work as an administrative assistant at a digital marketing company. I live alone in a small apartment, and to be honest, my budget is always tight. But I had a group of friends from work, Sarah, Jessica, and Amanda, who always included me in their outings, and I really valued that friendship. The problem is they had a very specific habit that bothered me deeply, but I never had the courage to confront. Whenever we went out together, the three of them would order the most expensive drinks at the bar, the most elaborate appetizers, the most sophisticated dishes. And then, when it came time to pay, there was always that story of, let's split everything equally among us. For months, I swallowed hard and paid. I paid for Sarah's $15 martinis while I drank water. I paid for Jessica's $18 gourmet appetizers while I ate free peanuts from the counter. I paid for Amanda's $45 main courses while I just watched and made up excuses about being on a diet. They knew about my financial situation. They knew I earned less than a fifth of what they earned. They knew I lived alone and had bills to pay. But still, every Friday, it was the same dynamic. They spent like there was no tomorrow, and I paid the bill as if it were my obligation to maintain group harmony. But last Friday, at the Olive and Anchor, something inside me broke. It was a happy hour after work, as always. We got there around 6 in the evening. The bar was packed, ambient music, that vibe of the weekend beginning. Sarah was radiant because she had closed a big client. Jessica had just returned from a trip to Miami. Amanda was celebrating a promotion. They sat down and immediately started browsing the menu like they knew every item by heart. The grilled salmon with truffle risotto is divine here, Amanda murmured. And that midnight in Paris cocktail is a unique experience, Sarah added. I opened my menu and my stomach contracted. The main dishes cost between $40 and $60. The specialty cocktails between $15 and $25. A complete meal there would easily pass $80 with tip. Girls, I said, trying to sound casual. I think today I'll just drink something. I'm not very hungry. That's when the laughter started. Wow, Emma, you always say that, said Jessica, giggling. When was the last time you ate something when we went out? Sarah joined the teasing. It's true. You're the most disciplined person I know, always resisting temptations. Amanda completed. That must be why you're always in shape. I'm so envious of your willpower. They laughed as if it were the funniest thing in the world. As if my discipline were a choice, not a financial necessity. As if I resisted food out of willpower, not because I couldn't afford to pay. The waiter approached to take orders. Sarah was first. I'll have the sea bass with wasabi puree and the Sunset Boulevard cocktail. $52 just for her. Jessica ordered the lamb with herb crust and a glass of imported Portuguese wine. Another $48. Amanda chose the lobster with champagne sauce and an artisanal Negroni. Another $55. When it was my turn, they all looked at me expectantly, still with that little smile of someone who was having fun with my eccentricity. Just sparkling water, I said, closing the menu. The silence was instant and embarrassing. The waiter seemed confused. Are you sure? Not even an appetizer? Maybe some nachos? I'm sure, thank you. That's when the real jokes started. Guys, Emma is taking this diet very seriously, said Sarah, feigning concern. Could she be overdoing it? Yeah, honey, Jessica agreed. You can eat something small. It won't hurt. Amanda was more direct. Or could it be a money issue? Because if it is, we can... No, I interrupted too quickly, feeling my cheeks burn. It's not that. I'm just not hungry. They exchanged looks that I couldn't interpret at the time. Now I know they were looks from people who were planning something.